Hi, it's the Rawesome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing a video for a new brand that I discovered through actually an email from a health food store that's locally here. And I was very intrigued by the product and excited as well. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about them. So I have some information that I saved. It's on my phone. But so the brand is called Big Picture Foods, and I also will have a link below to their website. So what is this company? So I'll tell you a little bit about what they say here. They're saying, one of their quotes they say here, the benefits of having rich, healthy soil for growing our foods is to improve the overall health of people and the planet. That's the big picture, hence the name Big Picture Foods. And they use also so many different things that are really above board or basically back the way traditionally food should have been made. And they use something called regenerative agriculture. And it says about them that it's born from the belief that the food we eat can and should be better. Big Picture Foods are delicious, nutritious, and they are 100% committed to regenerative organic agriculture. If you don't know what that is, you can look that up online. And a holistic land management practice that improves soil, enhances biodiversity, and increases carbon capture. So this is back the way people used to, I guess, do things. So continuing on with some information more about them. So they say it's grown right and cured clean, and then you'll figure out what it is shortly, or I'll tell you. So their regenerative organic practices allow millions of strains of naturally occurring enzymes and compounds to proliferate in the soil and on the surface of Big Picture Foods, like fine wine. These kickstart natural fermentation, providing deeply flavorful artisan foods that the traditional old world way. Their small batch craft foods use only 3 ingredients: water, salt, and a touch of organic kosher wine vinegar, slow curing for many months. It's free from chemical curing, additives, stabilizers, preservatives, and heat pasteurizations, and you'll taste the difference. So, and then continuing on a little more, and then I'll tell you what these products are if you probably haven't figured it out and you're probably intrigued. So they going beyond organic and giving back to the soil so the land can be sustainably farmed, yields more nutritious, better for you crops, and helps mitigate climate change. In fact, Big Picture's regenerative organic olive groves, so now you know what they do, store 1 ton of carbon per acre versus a conventional olive grove which releases 1/3 ton of carbon per acre. So that's huge. So they actually capture the carbon, which is better for the environment. Whereas the conventional actually release. So now the question is, are you starting to see the big picture? They're committed to enabling regenerative farming communities the ability to prosper and are driving sustainable organic growth by partnering directly with farmers to both grow and manage their craft fermentation process on site. Prioritizing freshness and flavor, their foods go from field to fermenting in hours, compared to the many different steps of a commodity supply chain. So meaning it's much fresher because it goes from the farm to the fermenting immediately. So their mouthwatering artisan foods are made from the highest quality, nutrient-dense, regenerative organic crops, and better for eaters, better for farmers, and better for the planet. So that's some information. So now what do they sell? I have a picture here, but it's probably not going to be able to show it to you on there, but I have some of their products. So they do organic Kalamata olives, pitted. They do a Greek mix, and that's the one I'm going to be actually trying out. And those are whole Greek mix with the pits, and they have a mix. And then they do a green fissa, am I pronouncing it wrong, pitted olives. They also do something called pepper uncini, that I don't have. And then they do organic capers that are wild forage, and they have organic red peppers, and that I have as well. So now I'm going to show you the products, now that I told you a little bit about them. So this is first, and I wanted to say the reason I'm so excited too, because I haven't been able to find organic olives. I was buying in the can non-GMO olives that just use salt and water, but again, it's not cured the way they're doing it. So I was really excited about this. So they're usually organic, they're also kosher, which I am. So to find an olive like this was so exciting, and even for the price that they are, they're well worth it. So this is the organic olives. This is the Greek mix. It comes like this in a, I guess it's kind of a plastic. I think it's BPA free, BPA non-intent. So it's a Greek mix. It's an 8-ounce package. The dry weight, it says, is 5.3. Regeneratively farmed, as we already said, USDA organic, naturally fermented, nutrient dense, never pasteurized or chemically processed. I love that about it. Also, it's a product of Greece, gluten-free, non-GMO, project certified, product verified, and it's Star K Kosher. If you know that certification, that's one of them. And this one does contain pits, and it needs to be kept refrigerated. And let's see what else it tells you here. It tells you that it's beyond organic. That's what regenerative is. And again, please look that up online. It's slow cured, nutrient dense, and raw. So it's actually, they're raw olives packed in the mother brine. That's why I'm super excited. So it says regenerative farming is a holistic approach to agriculture. By encouraging biodiversity in our groves, we build rich organic soil that sustainably provides the energy needed to grow a nutrient-dense, world-class olive. This approach also conserves water and traps carbon underground. Once harvested, the olive is slowly fermented in salt water for 9+ months. That's a long time. This natural, time-tested, chemical-free cure preserves the fruit, retains its nutrients, packs in gut-friendly probiotics, and results in a delicious anti-inflammatory gourmet olive. Enjoy, they say. So yeah, that's the best part of it too, that you're getting the probiotics as well. So what I'm going to do now that you've seen that, and that's with the paper on top here, I'm going to pull that off. And they even have more information inside here. I don't know if I should read everything. There's so much to read. It talks about regenerative farming. In contrast with farms practicing this holistic, sustainable approach, goes beyond organic to maintain the soil. I mentioned some of this already. It's good for the land, crops, and farmer. It cooperates with nature, holistic, gives back to the land, utilizes compost, mulch, cover crops, encourages biodiversity, companion planting as well, zero or minimal tilling, traps carbon underground. This is what regenerative farming is, so now you know. Conserves water, builds and feeds soil, and supports healthy ecosystem. So that's awesome. And then let's see if there's something else here. Oh, compared to conventional. We need to do this comparison. So even if this video is a little long because of this is really good information. I'm really thrilled that they do this, and I hope they never change the packaging on this because this is so important for people to know. The difference with conventional farming, over 90% of the global food supply comes from large-scale operations. I hope this didn't leak. No, it's just on there. Focused on reducing costs. This approach is unsustainable and sacrifices soil health. Over time, this makes the farm increasingly reliant on chemicals to maintain high yields. So what's the realities here? They say the benefits of regenerative. So the realities is it attempts to control nature. It's a reductionist, meaning it takes from the land. It's reliant on pesticides and chemical fertilizers. It's monocrops, so there's no biodiversity. Frequent tilling. Releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which we don't want. I'm adding that. It requires irrigation, depletes soil, and results in dead zones, which is poison, and also poison water, which is not good. So I think that was important that I read that information. So what kind of olives are in here? Now, I don't know if I'm going to actually figure out which are which to try each one, but I'll do my best. So this is a mixed olives. They're the Amphissa, which that one they sell separately, and the Atalanti, never heard of that. And then there's the green Chakadiki, I hope I pronounced that right, and also the Kalamata, which they do sell separately. There's water, also salt, and organic kosher wine vinegar. So here they say there's 10 servings per container. The serving size is 4 olives. So hopefully I get to try all 4 olives that I have my serving. And really not much as far as it's higher in sodium because they use salt, but that doesn't bother me. It's 10% for the 4 olives. A little bit fat. Olives have some fat in them. And everything else is not really much to talk about as far as that goes. So what I'm going to do now is figure out how to open this. I think, it does have a plastic underneath too. So here's how it looks as well. I didn't show you that, and that was the packaging here with all that wonderful information also on the inside that you can't see, but I read that. So I'm going to take off this cover, so bear with me for a minute. I'm going to put it down where I have a solid table to do it, but it is sealed, so it should be good. So, and then there's more information here. It says, olives are like wine. Oh, I like this. There's so much great information. I know it's taking more time to read it, but I think it's important. To describe an olive as black or green is as general as describing a wine as red or white. Like grapes, there are many varieties, each with their own unique flavor and texture, determined by the type and age of the tree, the soil, climate, topography, and how the olive is cured. These are all olives in their best form, sustainably sourced and nutrient dense. We invite you to try them all. Oh, so now it tells you about each one. The Kalamata, which is famous for their robust flavor and smooth texture. They are harvested from Silesia in the Peloponnese, are dark purple in color and are recognizable by their smaller size and slightly pointed tip. Available whole and pitted. This is what they sell, they're telling you. And the Amphissa, and that's also in this mix, Harvested from the hillsides of central Greece with a sweet flavor reminiscent of light, fruity, young olive oil. They're juicy, green in color, have a soft texture, and a rounder profile, available whole or pitted. And then the Greek mix, which is what I have, is a blend of the 4 olives, and I mentioned those before, the names. And they're from the Aegean shoreline of central Greece. They are green in color, larger, plump. Oh, that's the that's the Alatani is the one they're mentioning. So I apologize because we already mentioned the other two. So the Alatani are the ones from the Aegean shoreline of central Greece, green in color, larger, plump, and soft with a salty, almost tangy flavor. And then the Chalkidiki is from northern Greece. It's a larger green olive with a smooth, distinctive taste and firm texture. So it looks like, let's see, there's green. So the Atalani is green. The Chalkidiki is green. The Amphisa is green, and the Kalamata is purple. So there's 3 green and 1 purple. Then they say about it's more than gourmet. This is soil-based nutrition. Microbiome-rich, healthy, organic soil provides the essential building blocks needed for our trees to produce an abundance of nutrient-dense, world-class olives. Once harvested, our goal is to enhance the flavor and retain the nutrients. In contrast, 99% of olives today are chemically processed and heat pasteurized. So that's probably the ones I was eating, and they're like dead. Basically, that's what that means. And their heat processes that deplete the nutritional value. Not only are you eating more than you bargained for, you're eating less than you deserve. So meaning you're getting what you pay for. You pay for it. I mean, not that there isn't quality, but you're paying for stuff and you're not getting any benefit from it. And it says our olives are different. Instead of chemically assisted curing, we naturally ferment our olive, which is an ancient, tried and true process that relies solely on natural culture, salt, water, and time to produce a stable, flavorful olive rich in nutrition. And that's why I'm so excited to try them. I can't wait. The process of fermentation creates an environment where antioxidants are retained, naturally occurring soil-based probiotic cultures proliferate, and the beneficial fatty acids and flavonoids in the olives are all maintained. So that's wonderful. I'm glad I read that information, even though it took longer. So now they do have a plastic seal on here, which is great. Otherwise, it would spill. And I'm probably going to want to use that liquid. And, the liquid is probiotic rich. So I was just thinking, if you wanted to ferment something, you could probably use that liquid. And it might work for your own fermentation. So I'm going to put this down again. So bear with me a minute. I've got some little toothpicks I figured I would use. And I hope I'm going to be able to figure out which is which. But once I open this, I'm not going to lift up the container again. So I see most of them look actually purpley to me, although maybe I'm seeing them wrong. But I'm going to try one. I can kind of see the different shapes, but I'm going to try and see if I can figure out which is which. And I'm not going to be able to tell you what name is which. Oh, and I should have had a cup for this because I don't have a place to put the pits, but that's okay. So that was one of them. It looked purpley, but it might have been green. And I'm actually going to, bear with me a minute, I'm sorry. I do need to get a little cup to put them in. I didn't realize I forgot. I forgot they had pits. So I'm coming back right now. That's very good. And again, I can't tell you which one this is. It's small green. Let me see if I can figure out from the what they said here. They're green in color. Rounder. It might have been the Amphisa. I can't really tell. Now I know there's only one purple, and that's the Kalamata. And it says that they are. That might have actually been the Kalamata, because some of the rest of these look more purpley to me. Although I'm supposed to be getting the mix, so I only see one that looks kind of greenish, but I could be wrong. I don't really know, so hopefully I'll get the right ones. Okay, so now let me go ahead and try a different one. I'll get another. I have some more toothpicks here. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm not in the camera right now. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm eating here. And I'll show it to you before I eat it. So I see some kind of big green ones. So I'm going to try one of those. So this is the green one. I don't know if I showed you the other one. So the green one, I don't know. This is a, let's see, larger. So this might be the Atalani. I'm sorry, Atalanti. Salty, tangy flavor. But there's 2 large green olives, so it might not be. It's too bad that they didn't put like on the cover of the plastic when it's sealed. Put I don't know if they can do that with all of them. Like put a put like KA-AM and then AT and then CH like on top of each olive on the plastic. I don't know if they could do that because I really don't know what I'm eating. They are good. Of course, they're salty, so if for you, it's too much salt, you can always rinse them, but that takes away from the pleasure of it. So you're getting a little extra salt. That's okay. It tastes great. So that's number 2. And again, I don't know really which ones I'm trying, so that's the bummer about it. So I tried those 2. I think I'm going to take this purple one that looks kind of large. It looks different. But again, I can't really tell if this is the actual purple one. It looks really purple. And they said it has a pointed tip. So I think this is it. This is the Kalamata. It looks like Kalamata. I've had Kalamata before, so. Only thing it says it's a smaller size, but this one looks quite big. So I'm not really sure. But that looked pointy at the end. So I don't know. So I don't know if the 4th one is in here. I'm sure it is, but I think I'm going to stop right now at 3. Because I'm not really sure which ones I've had and which ones I haven't. So that's okay. But I think that's a good suggestion for them. Maybe they'll think about doing that. So now let's get to the other product. Well, before I finish up here. So the other product is their organic red peppers. It says they are no heat, crisp, flavorful, fermented. Again, raw, nutrient dense, never pasteurized, no additives or stabilizers, good and clean. Packed in the mother brine, small farm, slow cured. So what it says about here, these are just organic red pepper strips, water, salt, and organic kosher wine vinegar. And this says our sun-ripened red peppers are loaded with antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, minerals, vitamins, and are picked at the peak of perfection. Fermentation delivers complex flavors, protects nutrients, and produces gut-friendly probiotics. Packed in the mother brine, these flavorful peppers will liven up salads, sandwiches, soups, pastas, hummus, and more. Now I'm just going to try it as is. So basically, this is a also 9.5 ounce package. The dry weight, it says, is 4.6. I guess that's without the liquid. And it says it's 4.5 servings. And again, this one has no fat because the olives have fat. This one is a lot higher in sodium. But I'm not going to have probably a whole serving. I'm just going to have one piece. So I'm not that concerned about the sodium content in here. And probably there's the same information on this thing, although there's more about the peppers. But yeah, the same information about the regenerative farming, so I'm not going to reread that again. But I think that's good information. I'm really glad that they put that on there. So this is how it looks too, and again, it's in a sealed package. So I'm going to open that up. And I'm not sure why they opted for plastic. I don't remember if it said on the website. But, oh, and then I'm going to be getting more olives. Probably the other ones too, the pitted ones. But to stock myself with olives because it's a store that's not local to here and it's the only store that has it. And I'm sure you can order it online. So it says about the peppers, now that I opened it, red, yellow, or green. Ah, I like this. This is interesting. Whatever you fancy, we've got a pepper for you. Each with its own unique flavor and crisp texture. They are never mushy, oily, heated, or mistreated. All are incredibly delicious, versatile, and naturally fermented to provide deep, complex flavors that are sure to elevate your favorite dishes. These are peppers in their best form, sustainably sourced and nutrient dense. We invite you to try them all. So then they also have banana pepper, which I forgot to mention. It wasn't on the thing that I had from the email. So the one I have is the red pepper. There it says they're mild, savory Florina pepper strips provide rich, elaborate flavors that are sure to liven up just about any meal you can imagine. Salads, pizza, sandwiches, appetizers, and so much more. And just snack on it, I guess, right? And then the pepper and seasoning, which they have, which I don't have. Maybe I'll do another video with that. With a touch of heat, these zesty Macedonian green peppers have a pleasant piquant flavor. A staple in antipasti. Snack on them whole or add to any recipe that could use a bold boost. And then the banana pepper. And again, I don't know if the store has all these, so if they do, I'll be happy to try them. So the banana pepper enhance your favorite recipe and add visual appeal. These bright, tangy rings are conveniently, not conventional, sorry, scratch that word, conveniently pre-sliced and free from artificial colors and preservatives, just sweet, robust flavor and endless possibilities. Okay, and then I read to you about the microbiome already. And the peppers are different. We naturally ferment our peppers, ancient, tried and true, like they say. They just use natural cultures, salt, water, and thyme. And basically the rest of this I already said. So very good. So these are how beautiful they look. Look how gorgeous. Again, this is closed right now, or I wouldn't be holding it up. So I'm going to go ahead and try one. And I still have some cheesesteaks over here. I have a clean one here somewhere. To find that. I smell. Oh, I just opened it. That smells really good. I love peppers. smells really good. So I'm going to pick one up, and hopefully it's not going to make too much of a mess because it's quite wet. So what I'll do is hold it over my little cup here. Look how beautiful. So this is also gut-friendly probiotics. Like if you want fermented foods, this is fermented food. So I'm glad I pulled it over the cup because it's dripping. Wow, that's really salty. So probably that is good to have in something because it's really, I mean, even that one strip that I had, I think if I was going to eat it just like this as a snack, I'd probably only have one. So that's like super duper salty. So I'm not going to pick up these packages again to show you. I'm going to actually pick up just the paper that slides on there because I don't want that to spill. I don't know if once it's open, if it'll spill like that. So this is awesome. This is such a great company. I'm so looking forward to trying their other products, and maybe I'll do some other videos when I get them. So this again is Big Picture Foods, and I know I share with you a lot of information, and I hope I didn't talk too fast. I apologize. I was just so excited to try these. But there was so much important information, and you know, you might want to read it on their website, but I figured since they do this, and I really appreciate that they put all this information on their packaging, because I know it costs to print this out and to create this, but I think for those of us who are really wanting to know what our food is, where it comes from, what it's about, I think this is super important. So again, Big Picture Foods. Again, I'm talking too fast. I apologize. This is their organic, Regenerative Farms organic olives. This was their Greek mix that I tried. And again, I tried 3 out of the 4. Again, I'm not sure which ones I tried. I think I tried the Kalamata and I don't know which other ones. And then also the organic red peppers. And I hope you will check them out and try them yourself. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.